What are the chances this happens today, guys? When yesterday we were talking about BlackRock. You can't make this stuff up. Just in, 9 trillion asset manager BlackRock officially files for spot Bitcoin ETF. Hold on a minute. What did we talk about yesterday? How, oh my, wait a minute, guys. This is just ground shaking, right? Or groundbreaking, because BlackRock, Fidelity, the two largest asset managers in the world, are buying MicroStrategy, the stock, right? The company. But MicroStrategy is invested heavily into Bitcoin, over $3 billion worth of Bitcoin, guys, right? So we see the game plan here. It's so weird to me, though. It's so weird to me, which we'll talk about in just a second. Why this is very odd. Okay, now people are talking about how Bitcoin's about to skyrocket through the roof, but nope, a bunch of people are going to sell their Bitcoin to buy the ETF. BlackRock just wants control of what little money they didn't already have control over, right? It's all about centralization at the end of the day. The new financial system will be all controlled, as the riddlers that state, guys, right? People are all saying pump, 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 to the moon, to the moon. Everyone's very bullish, right? Can't make this stuff up, guys. Now, again, guys, this is the funniest thing, though. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, I'm going to explain why. Wait a minute. Before we explain, Coinbase is pumping already. Okay, Coinbase is pumping. Interesting, guys, because of the news that just broke out. So let's pay attention. But from blockchain backer, from BC Backer, as if SEC is timing their attacks while prices are low, who comes out to play, and who is the custodian, even with everything going on, right? So pay attention to this, okay? Magical unicorn fairy dust, a little bit of magic dust, or is it the puppet masters pulling the puppet strings? Why? You guys know why this is very fascinating or interesting timing? Last week, United States government cracks down on crypto. This week, BlackRock, world's largest asset manager, files for a Bitcoin ETF. Interesting timing. What did we talk about before, guys? Guys, if you guys don't remember us saying this right here, this statement, then you probably have amnesia. You should check that out, guys. But the United States, we stated literally on the channel. I don't know if anyone else is, or anyone else has, but the government goes after the cryptocurrency exchanges, and who comes into play? The banks, and literally the people who control the world, as BlackRock, Fidelity. Now, when we talk about the central banks, Bank of America literally bought MicroStrategy as well, right? Which is invested into Bitcoin. Guys, do we see the game plan here, right? They want a piece of their pie. I told you guys, this is why Binance will literally die. Not to mention, the sixth largest bank in Canada has bought MicroStrategy as well. So the banks want exchanges to die, and they'll come into play. We told you guys that they're going to get control of this whole cryptosphere. Not to mention on-ramps and off-ramps, right? So when you buy and sell, they want to control everything, guys, right? When you trade, I'm guessing as well. So everything they want to hold control of. Why? People think we're just making things up, guys. I'm extremely bullish. This is the craziest thing in my life. Again, they're going to lure the retail investors in, right? We the people in, and then at one point in time, they're going to collapse it, though. And when that collapse happens, guys, I wouldn't want to be in the cryptosphere, except possibly if XRP is not at a high price, I'm still holding my XRP. But that's just, there's a lot of variables that come into play, guys, right? Always remember this. You have to make up your own strategy and whatnot. But NASDAQ plus BlackRock plus crypto, we are getting very close. Why? NASDAQ eyeing Q2 2023 release for Bitcoin and crypto custody platform. Don't you see? NASDAQ is coming into the play here, literally end of June or something, right? Then BlackRock comes out with the news today, right? Wow, guys, this is this is just crazy, right? Not to mention what's really weird is Ripple wants a piece of their pie as well, because Ripple bought literally Medico, right? The same crypto custody service provider, right? So it's interesting, guys. Very fascinating, right? The timing of all this is absolutely just crazy. But when we talk about Bitcoin, guys, don't make me laugh. Average Bitcoin transaction fees skyrocket to $19.20 per transfer, as over 440,000 transactions remain unconfirmed. Right? This happened 2 days ago, guys. Come on. Bitcoins are getting stuck. Right? Transactions aren't even going through. There's literally a line of traffic, guys. Right? Cars up ahead. and the transactions are going skyrocketing because people want to skip line, and they're paying more for it, for the transaction to go through, if I'm not mistaken. But yikes, from Mr. Intuitive, that isn't gonna cut it. Exactly, guys, right? Coinbase, Ripple first stated that. Ripple's the first one that stated that the future world will be sending money as sending an email today, right? Which is literally instantaneous. You can't make this stuff up, guys. If you guys like today's video, really appreciate it, because we will be on the right side of history, and we are being on the right side of history. People think we're pulling things out of thin air, guys, right? But we're not. Come on, guys. Yesterday we talked about BlackRock, and today they come out with the news. Could it just be a coincidence? Probably not. Check this out. Mentally ill, deranged laser eye cult. Send it all to zero with haste. Why? This is literally your Bitcoin leader, guys.
Ultimate humanitarian act. Put all your money in Bitcoin, die with your keys, because you know for sure you have actually made a pro rata distribution to the virtuous.
Ooh, guys, I can't wait when Bitcoin goes to $1,000, even though it's going to be a reckoning, right? It's going to be very sad, but it's going to be very exciting, because people really think that they have went out of the simulation with buying Bitcoin. Why? When literally BlackRock is coming to play, NASDAQ is coming to play, certain banks are coming to play. You don't say? Right? He literally says to invest all your money literally into Bitcoin, which is the dumbest thing ever, because the return on investment is literally non-existent, guys. But obviously, at the end of the day, not financial advice, but as well, he states, die with your keys as well, guys. Right? Look at this. The best thing you can do for humanity is dying. You should put all your money in Bitcoin, by the way, while leaving nothing for your family. Right? The most virtuous people for you to donate value to is Bitcoin holders. Guys, this has to be the most delusional man alive, because I guess he just doesn't see, right? But at the same time, he does see, because Bitcoin will pump, but it's going to dump. It's going to collapse at one point in time, guys. When that collapse does take place, I wouldn't want to be in Bitcoin or any of these S-coin or meme coins. Not financial advice at the end of the day. Now, back to the ETF topic, because I asked ChatGPT, is a Bitcoin ETF bullish or bearish? Okay, this is what the AI replied. A Bitcoin ETF, which is an exchange traded fund, is a financial product that aims to track the price of Bitcoin or provide exposure to Bitcoin's price movements. It allows investors to gain indirect exposure to Bitcoin without actually owning the cryptocurrency itself. Instead, they own shares or units of the ETF. Whether a Bitcoin ETF is considered bullish or bearish depends on various factors, including market sentiment, investor demand, and the overall performance of the cryptocurrency market. Here are some perspectives, okay? The bullish perspective, the bullish side. Increased adoption. 1. The approval and launch of a Bitcoin ETF may be seen as a positive development, indicating increased mainstream acceptance of Bitcoin, right? So more people will get to know Bitcoin and will be more willing to invest into Bitcoin because of these certain institutions, companies, asset managers, right? Because they'll be telling their customers, their clients, hey, maybe Bitcoin is a good idea, right? A small portion of your overall net worth and whatnot. Now, it could attract new investors and potentially increase demand for Bitcoin, leading to upward price momentum. It's time, guys. Accessibility and liquidity, right? Meaning there's more money now into the play. More increased liquidity can also contribute to positive market sentiment, right? Now, institutional involvement. The introduction of a Bitcoin ETF may attract institutional investors who were previously hesitant to enter the cryptocurrency market. Again, more institutional adoption, guys, right? But this is all happening right before the collapse. Always remember that. Institutional participation is often considered a bullish signal due to the potential for increased capital inflow. Exactly right. But wait a minute. XRP here gets clarity. Well, where will all this money go to then? Bitcoin and XRP, so it seems like, right? Which will have a domino effect to the rest of the coins as well. Now, bearish side comes into play with regulatory concerns, right? Delays or rejections in the approval process for a Bitcoin ETF can create uncertainty and dampen market sentiment, potentially leading to a bearish outlook. Market manipulation as well. If these people are coming into play, which they already have been behind the scenes, but now they're coming into play publicly, you don't believe that market manipulation will be to the highest degree now? Pay attention, guys. Price volatility, right? Increased market speculation as well. So in conclusion, guys, it seems like it's more bullish than bearish, to say the least. So let's prepare, right? And here's the article that goes further in depth. Remember, we're talking about a 9 trillion asset manager coming into play. Think about it. They have been buying like no tomorrow, right? If with this news, I think Bitcoin has been pumping slightly as well. So it's already happening, guys, right? It's crazy because United States is going after everything while BlackRock continues to work in crypto with this Bitcoin ETF, right? Which is very just fascinating timing, to say the least, guys. I mean, you just can't trust this, right? So let's be prepared. Look at this, because it's going to be what? If the registration becomes effective, the commencement of the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF will be in immediate effect according to the application filing. Wow, so it's going to happen very quickly, right? They have yet to release a public statement on the new application, but will likely to do so very soon. Let's prepare, guys. It's time, it's time, it's time. People thought we were just joking. You thought? No, we're not. But Gary Gensler approves if corrupt, Gary Gensler approves a BlackRock ETF or Bitcoin spot ETF ahead of Grayscale and other applicants. The SEC should be abolished, right? Wow. Interesting. So the release of a Bitcoin ETF in the macro is bullish on all counts for Bitcoin and crypto markets, right? Of course, I didn't say this wasn't bullish or Of course, I didn't say this wasn't bullish or they shouldn't get approved. I'm all for it. The point was the SEC is weaponized against crypto companies to slow them down, to allow traditional financial markets, right, incumbents to come in and lead the markets. This is not a free market. This is not the free market. We told you guys. We told you. People think we're just joking around, guys, but we're not, because United States of BlackRock, literally, guys, I'm not going to play the video at all, but I will have it in the links down below. Basically, he goes through his day, right? And everything he does throughout his day, like buying food, water, food for his pet, right? Literally everything is BlackRock is invested into all companies, literally all products, right? Maybe alcohol as well. Literally everything, guys. Now cryptocurrencies, come on. You think we're just joking? We're not, because BlackRock, owned by BlackRock. You guys see the game plan here. People think we're just joking. We're not. Let's go. It's time. It's time. It's time. Not financial advice. Let's be prepared. Not financial advice and not financial advice. But anyways, see ya.